Hey, what's up, Carl? This is a quick demo video for you for your Shin Hati saber from KR Sabers along with the Goth Master chassis. Alright, we're going to go over my desk and take a look at this. As you know, this is one of two sabers. This is the one you wanted me to get done first. The other one is a Mara Jade, and I'm actually designing a metal chassis for that, so that's going to take a little bit. But I wanted to get this done and out to you as soon as I could. Let's go take a look at your saber. Thanks. Alright, Carl, we've got your Shin Hati saber. This is actually called the Hati from KR Sabers, a very cool saber from the Ahsoka show. It is a 2-button setup. Power and auxiliary are 180 degrees away from each other. It does matter how you put the chassis in though, and the chassis will depend on what is what, and I'll show you that here in a second. Alright, you've got a stock NPXL in there for your blade connector. How to get to your chassis is just want to unscrew the handle here. Be aware that when you unscrew the handle and you loosen it from this part up here, this part becomes loose also. So you can clock this however you like. If down the road you decide that's something that bothers you, what you can do is maybe put a little bit of E6000 in here, slide this in and lock it in wherever you feel like it needs to be clocked. So I'm going to leave that for you for now, okay? But we'll put that off to the side. When you take the handle off, you'll notice your chassis. Just grab it, pull it straight out, don't twist it, all right? And this is your Goth Master chassis. Very cool. I took the liberty of weathering this just a little bit because all other pieces that I do for you, you have me weather. I looked back in our messages and you hadn't specified, so I hope you don't mind me just giving this a light weathering to kind of bring out the accents. All right, very cool chassis. First time I've done this one. So what you have here is an 8-pixel tube. There's an 8-pixel accent strip in that tube right there. The crystal has its own accent. Up in here that you'll see better here in a second, there's a small 11-pixel accent right on top of the crystal. You'll notice that go off here in a second. I made that blue just to kind of give it some contrast to the red-orange blade and the rest of the accents. And then on top of the board here, this is your board cover. If you pull this up, it's on a hinge right here. A few magnets holding it in. I got that 5-pixel accent strip, and that is wired to the same pads as the ring up here, so this will act blue as well. Okay, this is a removable battery setup. So spring side is over here next to your kill switch. That's the negative side of your battery. Slap that in. You got a 22mm speaker. All right, come over here and flip the switch.
Going somewhere?
We are running the Kyberphonic Shin Hati font because it goes perfect with this saber. All right, you can see your blue accent there on top of the board. You got shine through everywhere else. You can see I've got that doing a slow scroll up there with the accent ring. All right, when the board is facing up, the switch over here is your power. If you can reach it, there we go. I made that ramp up a little bit, so when that's ramped up, of course, the LEDs on the board will ramp up as well, all right? Auxiliary over here, and twist off. Now there were a few guides on the chassis for some screws that were inside of this. I didn't like those. The screws are a little bit too long. They were kind of getting stuck up on the chassis, so I did Dremel those down because if you look in there, your switches already go into the ID of this piece. See your lower switch here, your upper switch here, and you've got those grooves in here that line up with these switches, all right? So this chassis is not going to go anywhere regardless. So you just take this, you line up one of those grooves with the switch right here, do it carefully, push it all the way in, just like that. Now with the board facing up, you know this is power over here. Right, this is auxiliary right here. But we're going to leave that there, come over here and screw this on. If you want those to line up with the switches, hold that just like that as you tighten up the handle. All right, now we can hit power. A little bit more bass with the handle on. All right, this saber takes a 7/8" blade. I've already got your blade retention screw backed out, but that is this guy right here. So we'll put our blade in lock the blade in, come over here and hit power. Blade lock up. Sound font, or soundtrack rather. I'll turn it back off. There is a copy of the config file on the SD card as well. This particular setup is running 4 blade styles. I did label each blade style as you'll see in the config, but I'll go over them with you anyway. All right, let's go ahead and take the chassis back out and I'll tell you what is what. So we'll pull this out. Turn it on from here, which is over here. Flip it off with the kill switch. You can take your battery out just like that. I did not choose to do this because I felt the battery was hanging in there fine. If you over time feel like the battery is a little bit loose, you can come in here with a pair of tweezers or something and you can just bend that leaf spring out just a little bit. It will snug up that battery. I just didn't feel the need to do that right now. All right, so 4 blade styles. First will be your blade. The second blade style will be this 8-pixel tube. The third blade style will be your crystal, and the fourth and final blade style will be that 11-pixel ring. But like I said, I did label each blade style. All right, but that is basically how you use this guy. Let's put this back in here for safekeeping. There is a blade plug that comes with the saber as well. I'll make sure that that goes in your box. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will try my best to get this out in the mail to you tomorrow morning. Thanks, man.